Hi, family. I am back with another reading. If this is your first time visiting, welcome. If you're returning, thanks for your return. We're going to go ahead and get into this message to see what the message ancestor has for us today. First, I want to give thanks to the Most High for being all seeing, all knowing, all present, all good, and being the only wise God. And giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength. And giving thanks to my ancestors for their sacred knowledge, support, and guidance. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get into this reading. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put some ancestor message and see what comes out. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, what message do you have for us today? Okay, okay, so the bottom of the deck is C, L, or R. Could be significant. Letter C, L, and R. So we have the bone reader, a diviner, a, a, a diviner of ancestral truth through bones and relics. It's the healer mystic. Hmm. Talking about bones, truth through bones and relics. Okay, we have the healer, the mender of soul wounds, trauma, and body memory. Okay. We have fear of success, a past experiences where success lead to negative outcomes causing self-sabotage. I am worthy of success and confidently embrace my achievements. So this is a shadow here, fear of success. And the offering, ancestor, I offer my heart, my devotion, and my gratitude. May my life be a sacred gift that honors your legacy and continues your work in love, healing, and truth. Okay, so this is about healing. I'm getting a lot of healing messages here. It says, you are being tested. Stand firm in faith and discernment. Okay, so there is some sort of test. The healer, overgiving, self neglect, so focused on helping others that they neglected their own physical, emotional, or spiritual well being. This over sacrifice lead to burnout and resentment. Okay, so this is a shadow or overgiving and self neglect. Okay, so letters Y, W, or A could be significant. Let's say lies told. Okay, so there are some lies that has been told. Okay. We have ancestral rage. I honor the rage that lives in my lineage, not as shame, but as a sacred fuel. I transform ancestral pain into power, injustice into justice, and silence into voice. I am the reckoning and the restoration. This is a rage ancestor. We have game over. Vision clarity, Clear goals, focus, intention, clarity. Ensure that your wealth building vision is clear and aligned with your true desires. Clarity accelerates manifestation. And it says, I tell lies all the time. Don't trust anything I say. Okay, so there's a liar. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Then have family reconciliation is possible. Healing is on the horizon. Okay, so there's some lies told in the family. Then we have a healer, a message. You carry our ability to restore what was fractured. Use your touch, your words, your love. I am a sacred vessel for ancestral healing and renewal. Okay, more healing. Then we have a Leo, Gemini, Libra, Gemini. Okay, so this is heavy Gemini, double Gemini. Then we have speak your truth. Your voice carries power. It says the healer, codependency. A healer ancestor may have fostered relationships where dependency was on courage, where dependency was encouraged, unintentionally creating patterns of reliance rather than independence and self healing in those they sought to heal. A sudden shift is coming. Expect the unexpected. We have health wounds, past life health issues manifesting as unexplained ailments of fears. I am healthy, whole, and trust in my body ability to heal. And we have I evil eye you daily. Okay, so there was someone who evil eyes daily. Okay, so they're probably the liars, right? Poison your food, poison your drink. Okay, okay, so there could be some poison. I've been hearing a lot of readings about poison lately. Okay, then we have powerlessness, experiences of helplessness in past lives affecting current empowerment. I reclaim my personal power and confidently shape my destiny. Okay, okay, so I'm getting a lot of healing messages. We have one, two, three. Powerlessness, health wounds is a shadow. Fear of success is a shadow. We have a bone reader, a diviner of ancestral truth. Okay, so something about the truth is in the bones. Okay, the healer, the mender of soul wounds. Okay, the offering. I offer my heart. Okay, so offerings to ancestors and their work. Ancestral rage. So there's a lot of anger. Somebody is could be angry and they're telling lies and they have evil eye. They know the game is over. Okay, they have a clear vision. Okay, that there could be some finances related to this healing energy, a vision of clarity. Okay, a sudden shift is coming. Speak your truth. Someone feels powerless. Okay, um, yeah, up at this healer, they lie, they lie, they lie. There's a lot of letters here. There's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of ancestors showing up. There's a lot of couple of shadows, codependency. Feel a lot of codependence on a healer here. Okay, game is over, so I can get a lot of people. Um, denying healing. They want to stay in their shadows. Okay. They tell lies. Okay. And it's poison drink. Okay. I'm even getting liar, liar, lies, fabricator, fabrication. So these people are desperate. I'm getting desperate. Okay. They don't want the healing. They don't want the messages coming from a healer. They watch daily. Okay. I'm getting a lot of jealousy. They see clearly that this could be a financial blessing, health wounds. So they could be, some people could be unhealthy due to fear, ailments. Okay. Somebody's in a lot of rage. And there's family reconciliation possible. So that's the center of the reading. So it could be somebody wanted to court day is coming. This could be people going to court. Okay. Court day is here. Um, the bottom of the deck is E and C. So these um, could be the name, the alpha, the letters that were mentioned could be first name, last name, somebody you know could be significant to this reading. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna get my little candle in the reading. So let's see. I don't know. Yeah, if somebody sees something clearly, just vision and clarity is here. Okay, so everybody see exactly clearly what they're doing, where they're standing in. They see it, a lot of healer ancestors came. A lot of healer, about a healer, lies about a healer. I'm getting lies about a healer because their game is over. You know, the bone reader, the diviner, the diviner of ancestral truth through bones and relics. Okay, so there could be somebody who is the ancestor. Okay, so let's see. Let's find out. Okay, so there's a karmic Scorpio, a karmic femme, a Sagittarius exposed in a situation. There's an action of a Capricorn. So it could be a Capricorn telling some lies about a healer. Okay, it could be a game over for the Capricorn. It could be game over for a Leo. For there's a Gemini here. Okay, there's a family reconciliation here. Um, this Scorpio femme. Okay, we have a Sagittarius. Okay, Aries. Okay, they're all karmic. Okay, so it could be significant. Okay, we have human life experiences. So this is something somebody have actually have human life experiences. So people actually, some people actually experience some things in real life. Okay, we have a YOLO bus driver. It's significant. YOLO County bus driver. We have gang stalking, fear-based programming. The root energy feeds off of triggering your nervous system. You're constantly on edge, doubting yourself and questioning your reality. So there's some of you could be gang stalked. You could be feeling nervous. You could be doubting yourself, not knowing if this is real because this says real life experience here. Okay, so this real life experience, this says that yeah, this is real. Okay, this is your experience. Maybe you can't relate or have a conversation with someone where you can talk to someone about this. Okay, with this fear-based programming, it could be somebody you could try explaining or talking to someone about this, but they're not designed to agree with you. They're designed to be on the opposite, where you stand. So trying to get understanding from people. Okay, you can notice that I feel like people's watching you. They got their eye on you. Well, there's a lot of healing ancestors here. Okay, speak your truth. You can feel powerless. You could be afraid to speak up. You could be afraid of success. You could be angry. Okay, some of you could be angry. Ooh, tell me more. Skeletons in the closet. Okay, so there could be some people hiding some things. Okay, we got skeletons in the closet. Okay, so this is something that probably come out. People don't want to be, they don't want their skeletons to come out. We got actions of an Aries. So this is something to do with Aries taking some sort of action. We have work life experience. So again, these are all experiences. You could be experiencing at work. Okay. We have blessings rain down on me. Okay, so this could be what this is all about. There are blessings that are raining down on someone here. Okay, and they don't like it. Okay. Fiasco, a complete failure or disaster. Okay, so this is something that's over. People, they don't like it. Okay, they don't like it. So a person can feel discombobulated. They could like not believe what's going on. You know, messages received, waiting for, sent. Okay, something about some messages. Okay, you can be waiting for a message, or you sent a message, or somebody's receiving a message that the game is over. Blessings is here. Coming from a healer, a lot of healing messages. Um, People could be fear of success. Okay, could be fear that someone will be receiving some sort of success. Somebody in Texas is significant. There's Texas, Texas, Texas. Okay, Texas, Texas, Texas experience. Okay, somebody can live in Texas. It said, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, nothing will be impossible for you. So some people could be not sure of how things is going. There's a lot going on. Okay, Aries and Scorpio. Like I'm getting heavy Aries. I'm getting heavy Scorpio energy here. Okay, we have Gemini again. Could be significant. There's a lot going on around a Gemini. Gemini came up in my last reading. Paid to gain stock when called to. Okay, so you could be getting gang stalked. Okay, you could be noticed that people are around you or strange faces, strange situation. You know, where you're feeling uncomfortable. You could be wondering if this is real or if you know what's going on. You're receiving blessings. Blessings is coming your way. Okay, you be a part of a blessing. Somebody is in a rage. Okay, I find it funny. Okay, because I think when you have skeletons in the closet, then people's uncomfortable. They're not gonna be able to get no rest. They're gonna try to blame everybody for everything. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. There's heavy Scorpio. Okay, we got Scorpio, we got Gemini, we got Aries, we got Gemini, Leo. Okay, I think we have a Libra on the back of this side. Yeah, Libra to be significant. The letters W, C. Is this a G or A? W, A, Y. Okay, a letter C, letter L, R, a letter E, another C. Okay, so could be significant in this reading. Lies told. There's lies. Lies, lies. Let's go ahead and clarify these lies. I'm a perfect lie detector. Okay, so let's get this straight. Let's get this taken care of. Get this out. There's another one. They said people have evil eye daily. Okay, so let's get some signs around this, some messages around this. And what else? There was another lie. I'm getting lies, lies, lies. When they're caught, nobody wants to take responsibility. Okay, they want to blame it all on someone else instead of doing the healing. Okay, nobody wants to. Somebody could be having faith as small as a mustard seed, or you may be needing to read Matthew 17, verse 20. Okay, this could help you with your faith. Okay, I'm trying to see what else. Experiences, a lot of real life experiences. Okay, it's letting you know this is real. And your life is an experience. Your experience on life is your experience. It doesn't have to relate to anyone else. It doesn't have to be make sense to anyone else. You need to know what's real. Real life experiences here. Okay, human life experiences is here. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some energy. Let's go ahead and clarify these lines. Find out what's going on. Okay, so let's see what type of relationships are out here. Okay, because we all are dealing with someone in some form or another. Okay. Okay, so we have codependency. Okay, so this is the energy of a codependency. Okay, addictions are affecting your romantic life. So somebody is codependent on somebody, and it speaks of a lot about a healer. People could be codependent on a healer. They could be healer, shadows, healer, being there trying to fix someone. Okay, having power and not being not actually not and being powerless in a situation. Okay, the healer has to come. The healing has to come from within. Somebody could be heavily codependent on the healing, forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present present moments. Okay, so someone could be learning and living, forgiving and learning something. As you release the past, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I think codependency, somebody has to release codependency. A lot of healing messages. Past life relationships, you have known each other before. So there is someone in the past life that we've known someone before. Okay, you've known someone before. They're codependent. They're not taking responsibility to do the healing. Okay, it's like they're codependent. Sometimes you could be healing someone, helping, or healing yourself, right? People, it's a lot of codependency. I'm looking to see codependency as a shadow. Fostering relationships where dependency was encouraged. Well, I don't encourage codependency. Okay. So it could be a Gemini, a Leo. The action, some actions of an Aries, an action of a Capricorn. Okay. It could be past life relationships that's codependent. Tell me more. Romantic feelings. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so we have real life experiences. Codependency is real. Okay, past life relationships are real. Okay, somebody could be hooked or obsessed. Okay, there's blessings in the middle of the table. So where the ancestors felt powerless. Okay, their intention was to heal. Past experiences lead to negative outcomes, causing self-sabotage. Hmm. Chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. I'm getting worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Okay. So it's a lot of past life energy. Past life, past life. Past life relationship, past life relationship worth waiting for, romantic feelings. But at the same time, you got this. I'm getting a lot of codependency. Then it says trust. Okay. So trust the process. But I'm also getting heal your shadows too. Work on your shadows. Make sure you're not codependent on anyone. Okay. This is messages people could be sending about something coming to an end. With this fiasco and game over and actions that people are taking with all of these lies, things is a lot. I'm getting a lot of movement around a Gemini. Okay, so somebody's getting called to gain stock when needed to. Okay, this could be a YOLO bus driver. Okay, it could be action for a Capricorn. It could be action for um, an Aries. It says you are being tested. Stand firm in faith and discernment. Okay, there's a family reconciliation. Speak your truth. A sudden shift is coming. Okay. So I want to clarify these energies here. Where you speak your truth. We're going to clarify these 6 cards. I'm not going to make this reading too long. This just pretty much speaks for itself. Okay, so let's see. Lies told. Okay, so there are some lies here. Somebody been lying. They're lying. I evil eye you daily. Okay, so this is a choice for someone to be evil eye daily. You can have a channel. Okay, it could be some people watching you. Gang stalking is here, so definitely people got their eye on you. Okay, so let's clarify these and see what's going on. Clarify this lie here. So what's known about these lies? Okay, this is the Capricorn energy, 2 of Pentacles. Okay, so they could be 2 stories being told, 2 situations being told. They're giving 2 situations. They're juggling. Okay, they could be trying to confuse a person. Could be trying to get attention taken off of them. They could be putting, performing a juggling act. Carrying information, twisting things up, making something appear something that's not. I'm getting a trickster spirit. I'm getting someone performing. Okay, out of nervousness. Okay, what's known? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get what's the evil eye. So our evil eye is daily. Okay, so somebody's evil eyeing someone daily, even eyeing you daily. Okay, so let's find out. We got a Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so they could be telling lies about a Queen of Pentacles, a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, they could be twisting some things up, telling some lies. I evil eye you daily. Okay, there's a message going out. Okay, somebody sending a look at the house. This is a fast message. Okay, this is a message moving forward about a Gemini or a Gemini saying something. This is an air sign. Could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, female, male. Okay, 5 of Pentacles again. Okay, at the bottom of the deck. So it could be a Taurus sending out a message very quickly. Okay, Could be about an air sign, coming from an air sign, passed on through an air sign. Okay, it's supposed to be sending a message of truth. Look at this horse. This horse looks like he's been harshly handled. The look on their face. They got the sword in the air, honey. They bringing the truth. Okay, so they evil, and they got evil eyes. Okay, the evil eye daily. Okay, so it says, I tell lies. I tell lies all the time. Don't trust anything that I say. So this person they being honest. They said, I trust lies. Don't believe anything I say. We got a Capricorn. We got a double Taurus. Okay, so it could be a Taurus out there. They could have hit. They could know that the game is over. They could know that someone is receiving some blessings. They could know that someone's about to be successful. They could know that there could be a family reconciliation. They could know that somebody sees something very clearly when it comes to their finances. They could know, okay, the message could be traveling as far as Texas. There was some sort of experience in Texas where people um, were paid to come against you. Were paid to come against you. So this could have something to do. Okay, they could be jealous. Okay, of a relationship. Okay, past life relationships here. Romantic feelings are here. Somebody feel it's something worth waiting for. There's a lot of energy here that I'm picking up. Okay, so people walking around lying. They putting their word out there. Okay, so tell me about. I tell lies daily. I tell lies all the time. Don't trust anything that I say. Okay, so this is the Aquarius energy. This person is telling lies and moving on. Okay, they saying something and moving away. Or they could be saying something about somebody moving away. They could be saying something while they're moving away. They could be saying something that caused them to move away. But anyway, they back is turned. They're telling lies. They don't want to face the truth. Okay, they don't want to face the truth. Okay. It could. This is supposed to be someone moving over to calmer waters. You're at the bottom of the deck. Okay, it's the Queen of Swords. This is someone speaking the truth, setting boundaries, setting things straight, letting people know how things is. So there's could have been something that's said that got these people juggling and rushing, sending messages and moving at the same time, moving out the way at the same time. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and keep that open at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Swords. And we're gonna get into this message a little bit, okay? Let's find out. We're just gonna pull a couple of energies, okay? Spirit, show me the lies about this. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so we got a Gemini, we got a Aquarius, we have another evil eye. I evil eye you daily. That's a sword, so that's something being said. Okay, and this is the Six of Swords, which is more words, more conversation. So let's see, what is these lies told? What's coming out of the mouth of this Capricorn with this Two of Pentacles? What's coming out the mouth of this Capricorn? Okay, his imagination. So he's in his imagination. Okay, so he's taking things and putting them together, coming up with lies. Okay, so he's using his imagination to make up things. Okay, so tell me more. What else is coming out the mouth of this Capricorn? What is the lies that he's telling? Okay, so using his imagination as a strategy. Okay, so he's strategizing. You see that chess piece, and he's trying to call checkmate. You know what I mean? He's trying to end the game based on his imagination. Okay, juggling things, twisting things up. Okay, it could be about somebody's boo, somebody's friend, someone's friend. Okay, could be talking to a friend. Tell me more about what this Capricorn is talking about. Okay, he's creating an accident. Okay, he's talking about an accident. Something that someone fell and hurt themselves. Somebody got hurt. They got hurt in a situation. Okay, bottom of the deck, there was a tower. So this was game over. Okay, so somebody got hurt in this accident. So he's speaking of his imagination, out of his imagination, as a way of strategizing to create an accident for someone. Okay, we have, let's put these cards up and show you. Use your own discernment, your own intuition. Okay, this is imagination, this is a strategy to create some sort of accident. Okay, so he's literally speaking things, making them up as a strategy to hurt someone. Okay, okay, so that's clarifying lies told, lies told, coming from a Capricorn. Okay, is there anything else that we need to know about these lies coming from this Capricorn, twisting things up with these Two of Pentacles? Okay, is there anything else? Tell me more about these lies that he's speaking of. Okay, so there could be something about an Empress, a Taurus energy. Okay, about somebody wearing masks, somebody wearing a mask. Or he could be talking about somebody wearing a mask. Okay, okay, so this is clearly says mask. We all know what a mask is. Okay, so tell me more. Okay, so there's an adventure, okay, that somebody went on. Okay, and somebody is telling lies about an adventure, about somebody wearing masks. And this energy is a Taurus energy, okay, an Empress, okay, and how somebody was ready to go on a journey. Okay, they was ready to go on this adventure. Okay, he's telling lies. Tell me about what he's speaking about. What lies is he telling? Okay, so yeah, he's saying something he feels was wrong. Okay, is here. Something he feels is wrong. Okay, something about some dirty money. Okay, dirty money is here. Okay, so there was something about a dirty money. So tell us, what's the energy around this dirty money? That somebody indulged in some wrong for some dirty money. Okay, tell me more about what's wrong. Okay, that somebody okayed something. Okay, this is a justice energy. This is a Queen of Swords energy. This is this energy here in this deck is a Queen of Swords. Okay, they indulged in something. Okay, yeah. Okay, so tell me more. What was wrong? Okay, so somebody said nope. There was no blow up. Okay, there was no intention on the glow up. Okay, they said nope. There was no intention. Sound like someone is trying to save someone else. Okay, they're trying to protect someone else. Inside of this note, tell me about this note. Okay, there's something took off. Something that was a lift off. There was some takeoff in some sort. Okay, fast action, progression, forward. The wait is over. Okay, so they said nope. There was no takeoff. Okay, tell me more. Okay, there was a disaster. Okay, take off. Okay, there was a no. There was no take off. There was a disaster. Okay, a natural disaster. Tell me more. Tell me more. I said nope, nope, nope. Okay, we have this devil himself. Okay, there was some addiction, some sort of bondage, or some sort of whatever. Okay, so I don't know what he's saying. No, that he wasn't a part of it. Okay, he was. I don't know. I don't know about this devil. Receipts. Okay. Well, well, this is the lie. This whatever he said in this energy was a lie because I asked Spirit to clarify the lie that he was speaking. So whatever he's saying and whatever he's talking about, he's lying about. Okay, or the energy would have never came up. These are receipts. Okay, so of a lie. Right. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and move over to what. There's a message of truth is coming out. And somebody could be evil eye mean you because of the truth. Okay, they could be watching you daily. Okay. Tell me more about this. Tell me the evil eye. Clarify. Okay, so somebody's fed up. They fed up about this glow up. Okay, they evil eye every day. They're fed up that somebody's blowing up. Okay, there's an urgency call that somebody's blowing up. Okay, somebody is fed up. Okay, they're going through. There's some type of urgency that someone is blowing up. Okay, they can't stand it. They don't like it. Okay, well, not like I said. This is blessings coming down right here. This is mean that there is blessing in the energy. Okay, and some people don't like it. They want to put lies out there and try to save themselves because the game is over. So this is a way to keep themselves active. Okay, whether you got to tell a lie or what, they don't. I don't know. Make it make sense. They're fed up based on some side of urgency about a glow up. Okay, okay. They're fed up about some type of urgency, about some type of glow up. Okay. So there's a message of truth. Okay, so tell me about the message of truth. Tell me about the message. I evil eye you daily. What is this message of truth going forward? Okay, I said message of truth. That there was some sort of robbery. Okay, so there's this. This is something about a robbery. Something being taken without asked for, unknowingly, behind someone's back. Okay, tell me about the message of truth. Okay, tell me about the message of truth moving forward. Tell me about the message of truth. Okay, that somebody had a hand in the libation. They help guiding somebody's hand in this situation. Okay, in this robbery. Okay, so tell me more. Okay, tell me more. Okay, so there was a coaching about somebody having a hand in the robbery. Okay, so that's a message of truth. What this is about. So this is, and somebody's fed up. Okay, about somebody's glow up. Okay, somebody's fed up about somebody's glow up. Period. It says it right here. They have an urgency, an SOS call. What is this? SOS. Distress, act with urgency, assistance needed. That somebody's having a glow up. Make it make sense. Okay, so they're just, I don't know. They're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed. They're overwhelmed about a situation. Okay, they're overwhelmed. Okay, let's say evil eye. They evil eye is somebody that they glowing up, and that the message of truth is that somebody robbed somebody having a hand, and somebody learned something in the coaching. And they said, of course. Okay, so let's see. How can we clarify? Let's clarify. Um, hmm, let's put one card for each. What's the surprise about this message of truth? What's the surprise? What's the surprise about a message of truth? I just saw a blessing. What's the surprise about a message of truth? Okay, that somebody was cursed. The surprise about this message of truth that there was a curse. Somebody was cursed in this situation. Okay, somebody was. This is hate. This is catastrophe, and this is um, misfortune. So they lost something. It was a misfortune. Okay, of course you can see this person over here and just being fed up. Okay, and tell me the surprise about this robbery. What's the surprise about this robbery? Yeah, as somebody said, proceed, continue on with this curse. Okay, So what's the surprise about this? Proceed on with the robbery. Proceed on. The surprise, they said proceed. Okay, so what is the libation? Somebody's having a hand in the situation. Okay, could have a hand in this cursive here. Okay, what's the surprise about this? Somebody having a hand in this situation. Okay, they had a 6-month contract. Something about 6 months. They're supposed to have agreed to have a hand in the situation for 6 months. Okay, surprise. It was supposed to be for 6 months. Okay, so what about this coach? Surprise. Okay, that they spoke about some sort of sneaky link. Something was sneaking. They had sneaky links going on, and this surprise that came out in the coaching. Okay, something being taught. Okay, so what's the surprise about this glow up or this glow up? What's the surprise about this glow up? That there's a blessing. This is like glowing up. Okay, this is a glow up, and this is what this blessing raining down on me is right here. And they're mad. Okay, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of energy out here. Okay, there's an SOS urgency call where somebody assistance is needed. They need some assistance. Their evil eye is so strong, they need some assistance. Okay, tell me what's the surprise? Why do people need assistance? What's going on? They can't believe it. They don't want to believe it. They said believe it. They at top, they're like, I cannot. They said believe it. So they need assistance because there's a blessing. Somebody's receiving a blessing on this urgency. This is an urgency now. SOS call. Clarify this. Give me another surprise about this urgency. They're unknown. They don't know how it happened. They don't know how this came about. Unknown. And you mean they calling the ambulance and they don't know why the ambulance is here? Like, why am I here? They're like, I can't believe it. And it's like, they don't know how something happened. How this light, at the bottom of the deck, it says light bulb on it. So they've been suddenly aware, suddenly realization, feeling inspired, insightful, and aware. So they don't understand they don't understand how somebody's inspired, how somebody aware of something. So they evil eye. That's why they evil eye. Tell me about what's the surprise about somebody being fed up. Somebody's fed up. Okay, they're being fed up. Okay, the surprise that they were getting ready. That they were caught getting ready. That they had to withdraw from a situation. Okay, that what they were getting ready and they had to withdraw. They fed up. They had to call it. They was ready for a blessing. Okay, but they had to withdraw. They can't believe it. They had to call an ambulance. This urgency, this message came in. Remember, this is the Knight of Swords being clarified. A quick message came in and let this person know they have to withdraw from a situation. Okay, they came in. They said this was a curse. Okay, that somebody was doing a curse. This was a curse. Okay, and the message is that hey, they found out she was doing a curse. They found out that somebody was cursed in this situation. Okay, so they have to withdraw from a situation. This person is fed up, but they evil eye you daily because there's a blessing here. They can't believe it. Something's unknown. What's unknown? What's the surprise about the unknown? What's the surprise about the unknown? They said possibly. I don't know. What's the surprise about the unknown? If someone was giving their heart. Okay. Did it cause somebody to need an ambulance? Let's see. What was surprised about believe it? That something's supposed to happen within a week. You have to withdraw. You know, you were getting ready to go somewhere, you have to withdraw. It's like the surprise is there was a curse. Okay. Coming from this Queen of Swords. You know, it's coming from somebody spoke something. It's coming from an air sign. It's a message of an air sign. It's a message coming through fast and abrupt. There was a strategy over here to hurt somebody, remember? This Two of Pentacles. And this is supposed to be somebody supposed to be given a heart, or somebody supposed to be given a heart. Somebody have to withdraw from a situation, from their blessing, from a blessing. There's a sneaky link over here that somebody agreed to do something for 6 months. There's a robbery supposed to be in place. Then they have to withdraw. Make it make sense. I don't know. Make it make sense. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna move on. Okay, yeah, that's what they have to do with the Six of Swords. Okay, somebody have to move on. Okay, from these lies. I tell lies all the time. Don't trust anything I say. So they have to move on with the Six of Swords. They had to move away. Or whatever they was planning on doing. So they moving on talking shit, still telling lies. They admit they telling lies. So they moving on. Okay, let's see. Tell me about these. Tell me about these lies or the Six of Swords. Someone moving away. Somebody's skirt. They quick way getaway, running quickly, escaping. Okay. It could be this imposter. Okay, they skirting up out of there. They leaving. Okay, they came with masks on. They was ready to rob somebody. Okay, they petty, drama, small-minded, drama, fraud, stolen identity, faking it, petty, small-minded drama, insignificant drama, I should say. They have to get up out of there. They had to leave. The Six of Swords energy. They tell lies all the time. You can't trust anything these people are saying. Nothing. And they have to get up out of Dodge. Somebody left. Somebody had to leave. Somebody ran away from these people telling lies. Okay? That's what this card, this energy is reading here. Tell me more about these lies. I tell lies. You can't trust anything that I say. Okay? There's evidence. There's evidence here. These people telling lies. Okay? You got people watching. People running. There's evidence. They wearing masks. They got costumes on. They pretending. It's like they got caught in the act, being something that they're who they really are. And somebody ran away from them, or they're running away, getting away. Everybody's skirting up out of there. Tell me more. What about these lies? I tell lies every day. What's going on? It's the Leo. Could be a Leo. Okay, with a double Leo energy. Okay, this petty energy is a Leo energy. Okay, in this deck, we do have this is a Leo over here, Gemini Leo. Okay, somebody could have been running from something she was saying. Okay, this is a male. You got two females. This male is, they skirt and they on the move. They getting up out of there. Okay, and somebody watching this. Okay, it says fixated, obsessive, attached, focusing in. So this is all being watched. So no, nobody wants to be caught in a lie. So yes, they'll take the lie and twist it around, okay, to keep their own self, safe. Yeah, they stressed. They stressed out. Somebody's stressed here. Somebody's stressed. They fed up. They stressed. They wearing masks. Okay, they indulging in a strategy to hurt somebody, and it's gone public. Yeah, they stress about a marriage. Okay. Yeah, somebody ready to fight. This Capricorn energy. He want to fight. Disagreements, hostility, animosity, conflict, fighting, lying, twisting shit up, putting on mad, strategizing to hurt somebody. And it blew up in his face. Okay? He's trying to protect somebody, and he got too many people on his team for him to look like a lie, to them to look like a lie, and everything blew up with this natural disaster over here with this Capricorn energy. Okay? This double energy, addictions and bondage and all a whole bunch of stuff. So of course they're gonna lie. So he's a liar and the truth ain't in him. We already know what the devil is, right? And he's lying, the truth ain't in him. Anything else about somebody tell lies all the time? Okay, so they could have been about some money, doing things for money, for mean money. Okay, why is it coming out if it's a lie? Meanness, collection, preservation. So this is saved for people to do mean things. Okay, and they got evidence, and they stressed. Okay, so they did something mean in the marriage. They lied something about a marriage, or the truth ain't in them. Okay, this we clarifying lies. They telling lies, and the truth ain't in them. Okay, about this mean money. Okay, they lying about it. You know, people over here get married and stressing out, and imposters and petty, small-minded stuff is all, and it's evidence over here. Okay, I don't know what else to say. The bottom of the deck, somebody mad. So that's the reason why they lie. They fear somebody having success. They fear a family reconciliation is here. This is the energy that came out on the side. Side note. Okay, so we have speak your truth. Your voice carries power. So somebody needs to speak up. Let's clarify these couple, and then we're gonna end it. Okay, speak your truth. Okay, so today, something happened today. This happened today. Spoke my truth. Okay, took the high road, unbothered, brushing it off, moving past it. Okay, it's the bottom of the deck. You spoke your truth and you moved on. Okay, there's no need to sit around and argue with folks. Okay, somebody was all adulting, mature efforts, being responsible, keeping shit in check. Okay, today. Okay, throwing hands, disagreements, hostility, animosity, conflict, and fighting. Yes, the game is over. Take your gloves off. You lost. Don't be a sore loser. Game is over. Okay. Speak your truth. Tell me more about speak your truth. Okay. They have to be a eight of pentacles, a Virgo energy. Okay. This is somebody's work. Somebody mastering their craft. hmm Today they have to let it go. They have to let it go. Okay. They have to let it go. Okay. They salty. They salty, they salty, they salty, they salty about it. Okay, people want to fight, feeling wrong, bitter, dramatic, jealousy. These are all energies. Okay, that's built and based upon these lies. Okay, okay. Somebody's stubborn. They stubborn. They don't want to hear something. Okay, they could have been trying to mind control somebody. This is my mind control card here. Somebody being stubborn. Okay, they could have been trying to control somebody's thinking, their mind. Okay, with this curse, it didn't work. Okay, this person still has self love. You can't touch this. Okay, they wanted to take self love away from someone. Okay, they want somebody to go. They want them to go. Go ahead, do the mind control. Do it now. Make it. It didn't work. This person is mature, being responsible, keeping shit intact. Remember, there's a curse over here. It's supposed to be working, but it work against someone. Okay, there's evidence of all the wrong things that was done. They were trying to do in the process, and they're moving away. Okay, they're mad. They're angry. So they're lying. They're lying, 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 lying. They're lying. They're angry. Okay, so let's see. A sudden shift is coming. A sudden shift is coming. Okay, these people speaking their truth. They're speaking their truth. They're mad about it. Okay, people auditing, keeping shit together. They having to walk away. They have to let things go. Okay, they have to move away. Okay, the natural disaster is here. It means move back. Step back. Let go. Step back. It ain't, it's like move on. Okay, you are being tested. Clarify. Clarify you're being tested. Yeah, there's a trap. Stand firm in faith and discernment. Okay, so there's a trap. Stand first in faith and in discernment. Okay, so you're being tested. They're trying to trap you. They say, good luck. Good luck with all of these lies. Yeah, they're trying to put something out there. Like it's not going to confirm the truth. They're trying to gain. Okay, they're trying to gain in the process. Okay, they're trying to gain something that they lost. Okay, they're trying to rally up a bunch of lies. Okay, they mad because it's going live. It's going online. It's going viral. Okay, so they trying to put up their defenses. They got gang stalkers out here. They got people taking action. Okay, clarify. You're being tested. It says for sure. For sure, they're trying to trap. They're trapped, and they are trying to. Yeah, they shook. They just shook. They just shook. They just don't know what to do. Okay. Plot twist, unexpected event, sudden change, surprise. What is the surprise about for sure? Surprise. Yeah. What they have planned behind the moon. Okay. For sure. For sure they got something planned. What's the plan behind the moon? They got dirty money, illegal activities, thievery, laundering. Okay. Dirty money, laundering, thievery. Okay. Happening behind the moon. You have a sweetheart energy here. Okay. They're claiming to be a sweetheart. Okay. Tell me more. What's happening behind the moon? Judgment. Somebody's having judgment. See? They're mad. This is a relationship. Somebody's having romantic feelings for someone else. Okay, this is a past life relationship. Okay, you have known each other before. Okay, and this is a codependency. Somebody's codependent on the other in some sort of type of way. Okay, and someone feels it's something worth waiting for. Okay, and then you have this sweetheart who was doing things, dirty money. Okay, um, under judgment for something. But they're being tested. Okay, they're being tested. Okay, it could have something to do with somebody having a sweetheart. That's a lot of cards to fill out. Okay, so this could have something to do with what just been said. Okay, so somebody's in hesitation. Somebody hesitated before this happened. Okay, they hesitated. Okay, they know that there was a roller coaster ride full of highs and lows, up, off and on, ups and down, hot and cold. Okay, so somebody was feeling, they was all over the place. Okay, something was false. Okay, they were blind in the situation. Somebody was having a last straw. They was under a last straw, limitations, breaking point, overwhelmed. Okay, this could be significant. Somebody had vibes following their intuition. They felt something off, something went wrong. Okay, and there's an Empress here. Okay, this is an Empress energy that was causing some sort of confusion. Seven of Cups energy. Okay, they want to cause some type of confusion because there was someone taking a high road. This is a high road, unbothered, brushing it off, moving past it. Okay, so they want to create some type of illusion. This is a Scorpio energy. Okay, and Five of Wands and create some type of competition, confusion, some envy, some hatred, some, you know, just something to be in the way. Okay, and that there was some trolling going on. So they were being followed electronically based on could have listened to their follow their email, their messages. They could have got a hold to something electronically. Okay, so these people were basically putting some false evidence on this person and got them caught up in some sort of trap in some kind of way. Okay, by their sweetheart. Okay, so they're saying for sure something happened. So they was like, good luck. I don't know. I guess they was wishing him good luck, wishing this person good luck because they were trapped in the situation. Okay. So they said you're being tested. Stand firm in faith in your discernment. You know what happened. You know what took place. So just stand firm in it because we do have a Scorpio, Fem, Sagittarius. Okay. It could be significant. A Gemini, Leo, Libra. Okay. Aries, Scorpio, karmic, non-karmic. Okay. It has to be something to do with some type of bribe. Okay. So it says, yeah, a sudden shift is coming. Look for a sudden shift to come. Okay. Clarify, expect the unexpected. Okay. So it says, of course. Okay. So this was actually in reverse. I don't know if it's significant in reverse, but we can clarify. Okay. It says, of course. Clarify, of course. So it says, new boo. New love, learning each other, flirtation. Okay. So there's a sudden shift coming. Clarify, a sudden shift is coming. It says takes time. Okay, that's a game. Okay, so it says takes time. A sudden shift is coming. Something takes time. Okay, clarify. Takes time. Yeah, Five of Cups. So it's like come out of sadness. There's no need to be sad. Okay, clarify. It takes time. Seven of Wands. Stand your ground. Okay, come out of sadness. Stand your ground. Okay, there is some sort of game here. Okay, so there's some sort of gain here for the sudden shift is coming. There's something to do with a magician here. Okay, they could have had everything to do with what went wrong in your situation. If you feel like you were done wrong, okay, been a part of this fiasco, a complete failure or disaster. Okay, something could have blown up. Okay, tell me more about this sudden shift is coming. Yeah, they could have been reading up on some things. Okay, for your Ten of Pentacles. If you lost some money, They was reading up on some Ten of Pentacles, how to get your money, how to get your blessing, how to get this blessing raining down. Yeah, they did some research. Okay. You could have been a key player, okay, in this turn party. Okay. You could have been a key player in a party that they set up. You see the pineapple with the sunglasses on? Okay. They didn't give a fuck. They gave zero fucks about who they had to hurt in this situation. Okay. So you could have been caught up in this trap. Okay. They tried to trap you. It could have been matter of fact, I'm getting several people. I'm getting several people being in the same trap, under the same drama, doing the same thing. Okay, so it's like there's a couple of you, a few of you. Okay, there are receipts here. They have receipts, or fingerprints. Okay, okay, something's been going on at least a year. I just saw a year. Okay, tell me more. Something. Somebody had a contract for 3 months. Okay, take it how it resonates. Tell me more. Yeah, somebody is pissed. They are highly. Okay, they want me to stop. They mad that it stopped. They mad that it had to come to an end. They mad. They mad. They mad. They're very upset. They don't want to show their face. They want it to stop. Okay, so game is over. Like I said, game is over. It's just game over right here. So they could be paying the GameStop people. Okay, this were the actions of a Capricorn. Clarify. Who came out in the reading. So they could be, targeting a Gemini. Okay, they could be targeting, could have something to do with an Aries, a Scorpio. Okay, take it how it resonates, whether they're gang stalking you, whether they're part of it's an action that Aries took. Yeah. Aries action and a Capricorn action. Pay to gang stalk. When called to. Okay, Aries, Scorpio, duo, secret, Gemini. Okay, game over. Action of a Capricorn. Okay. Fiasco, complete failure, disaster. So they could be sending messages. Okay, about receive, waiting for, sent. Let's clarify this, then we're gonna go ahead and close this energy out. Clarify messages. Okay, about a disturbance. Justice is in the Nine of Swords. So this is clarifying some message has been sent. Okay, that there's been some sort of disturbance. Okay, justice is in the Nine of Swords. This is a nightmare. Okay. I don't know how this turns out to be a good message for justice. Okay, but justice is in the middle of some disturbance and a nightmare. This is Queen of Swords. Energy here at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so I call on my blessed answers of healing love. Thank you for your sacred knowledge, wisdom, and strength. Guide my hands, heart, and spirit, and walk with me as I heal my shadows, which is fear of visibility, trauma, self-sacrifice, burnout and exhaustion, powerlessness, fear of success, okay, codependency, let's see, overgiving, self-indulgence, let's see, fear wounds, abandoned, what is this, health wounds, okay, and walk with me as I heal the collective energy in this reading. Skeletons in the closet, messages Okay. Messages raining down on me. Fiasco. Actions of a Capricorn. The game over. Gemini. Um, Aries and Scorpio. There's a Texas experience. Somebody paid to gain stock. Okay. Action of the Aries. Matthew 17:20. Okay. This energy here where it says Scorpio, Fem, Sagittarius, Aries, Karmic. Okay, we have work, life, experience. Somebody could have been looking in, having a closer look at your work life. Okay, and we have human life experience. This is real life experiences. Okay, they could be this YOLO County bus driver. Okay, lies told. I evil eye you daily. Okay, and then it says, of course, a natural disaster, worthy, worth waiting for, Seven of Wands, past life relationship, Nine of Swords, justice, disturbance, 3 months, relaxation, gain, Five of Cups, takes time, new boo, nope, okay, indulgence, wrong, adventure, receipts, year, curse, devil, trapped, give zero fucks, for sure, sweetheart, moon, false, blind, trolling, Five of Wands, higher road, Seven of Cups, the Empress, vibes, last straw, good luck, lift, mask, strategy, imaginations, Two of Pentacles, dirty money, hesitation, roller coaster ride, judgment, accident, evidence, marriage, Six of Swords, moving on calmer waters, petty, adulting, saving, stress, imposter. I tell lies. Don't trust anything I say. Skirt, no, bully. Two of Wands, turnt, key player, family, salty, self love, stubbornness, throwing hands, Ten of Coins, withdrawal, weak today, my boo, let go, hung up, ask again, blessings, trapped, sneaky link, 6 months, proceed, glow up, coach, libation, robbery, Knight of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, giving love, giving heart, possibility, unknown, believe it, readiness, SOS, fed up, game over, Queen of Swords, a sudden shift is coming, you are being tested, Queen of Swords, strength, speak your truth, vision clarity, reconciliation is possible, Leo, Gemini, Libra, Gemini, ancestral rage, offering the bone reader, the healer. Poison your food and drink. Okay. Letter E, C, V, R, Y, W, A, C, L, R. I am building a life of divine elegance and sacred ease. Because abundance is my birthright, I am magnetizing wealth through peace, love, and divine presence. Because abundance is my birthright, I am aligned with partnerships that mirror my highest light. Because abundance is my birthright, I am creating generational healing and generational wealth and harmonizing in harmony. Because abundance is my birthright, I am divinely aligned with cosmic cycles of growth, rest, and receiving. Because abundance is my birthright, I am nurturing my soul and serving the world through my sacred gifts. Because abundance is my birthright, I am surrounded by opportunities that awaken purpose and prosperity. Because abundance is my birthright, I am open to receive wealth in ways known and unknown. Because abundance is my birthright, I am a divine steward of sacred resources that uplift the collective. Because abundance is my birthright, I am trusting the flow of the universe to guide me to love and legacy. Because abundance is my birthright, I am allowing my heart to lead me into spaces of expansion and overflow. Because abundance is my birthright, I am receiving divine clarity on every next step towards my soul mission. Because abundance is my birthright, I am unlocking creative codes that bless the world and elevate my soul. Because abundance is my birthright, I am expanding through love, releasing lack, and honoring my divine divinity identity. Because abundance is my birthright, I am welcoming every blessing I once thought was too good for me. Because abundance is my birthright, I am loved unconditionally by the Creator, and that love transformed my life. Because abundance is my birthright, I am receiving wealth from aligned projects that reflect my soul's values. Because abundance is my birthright, I am in sacred partnership with universal intelligence and divine compassion. Because abundance is my birthright, I am remembering the power of who I am and rising in that truth. Because abundance is my birthright, I am called to be the light, the leader, the love for this generation. Because abundance is my birthright, I am receiving and resting in the divine timeline meant only for me. Because abundance is my birthright, I'm creating from overflow, not obligation, and it blesses me deeply. Because abundance is my birthright, I am thriving in sacred rhythm with spirit strategy and soul purpose. Because abundance is my birthright, I am divinely supported to walk away from lack and leap into legacy. Because abundance is my birthright, I am the living, breathing embodiment of divine love, wealth, and wholeness. Because abundance is my birthright. Ashe, amen, and so it is. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.